Hey folks, welcome to the Wealth Transfer with TC. Today I'm going to talk about Prophet Joel's prophecy concerning the fall of Binance. There is a lot of confusion within the wealth transfer community concerning this, and I'm going to get into his prophecies and give you some of my thoughts and my opinions on that. A lot of people have invested in some of his tokens that he was prophesying about, which are on the BNB chain. Specifically WIKICAT and Rabbit, which I have not invested in myself. And I have my own reasons why I didn't, and I've shared those here and there on this channel and also within my groups. Now, before I get into this, I am not a financial advisor. I am just sharing information, giving you my thoughts and my opinions on that information. And if you guys like these videos that I make, the support links are down below in the description and also the About section of YouTube. Now, one of the things I want to get into really quick before I get into these prophecies is that Bitcoin has reached over 30,000. And I told you that once we see it hit that 30,000, we might see another jump because of confidence within the cryptocurrency markets, but also that every time Bitcoin makes a move up, we see the SEC or the CFTC or this Biden administration coming out with something to try to knock it back down. So I'm kind of waiting to see if that happens again, especially if Bitcoin decides to move up to 31,000, 32,000. All that remains to be seen. I've discussed within my own private groups and on the Patreon concerning some prophecies that somewhat line up together concerning that 40,000 mark and what's supposed to happen when Bitcoin does go up to that point. But also we have other prophecies that say we're going to go beyond that. And so trying to figure all this out, folks, has not been the easiest thing. So there's some expectations. We'll see what happens. But Bitcoin is moving forward. Unfortunately, I do not see the majority of the rest of the cryptocurrency markets move up in the same manner. And some of them have, but not the whole entire markets. And I think there's still some concern about the future and what our government is doing concerning this war they have taken out on the cryptocurrency community. We still have the XRP case out there too as well. And that wrapped up on January the 20th. That'll make it 3 months. Usually these cases, from the research that I've done, usually a judge will take anywhere from 2 to 3 months before a decision is actually made. It may take a little bit longer in the XRP case, but trust me, it will be a planned, timed event. All right, so I originally saw Prophet Joel's on his Twitter, this Binance prophecy. And this is what he said. And he said, Binance will soon become another FTX. Find an alternative now that you still can. I've told you before it happens. So I responded with this, and I meant to actually put a question mark. Then people should dump their BNB coins like WIKICAT, etc. ASAP. And I meant to put a question mark, so possibly I might get a response to that as far as from Prophet Joel or from somebody else. People are asking the same question. What happens to WIKICAT/Digimon? You said it will go up. That is linked to BNB as its network, right? And other people are saying that's a good question. People still don't have those answers about WIKICAT and Digimon and all that. Then I went to his YouTube. I saw this post that he made in his community section, and he says here, I saw Binance. I saw a split into half, and the second half was weaker than the one it was taken out of. And then I saw a great fall, and that fall was historical, and for a season it seemed as if everything went back to the Stone Age for cryptocurrency. I saw the number 10 and 13. All right, so this is a little bit more insight into his prophecy. I'm actually going to play the prophecy that he actually spoke, but he said that he saw it split in two. Now, Binance is already split in two right now. You got Binance and Binance.us. So unless something else comes out of Binance, I guess prophetically speaking, that's what we'd be looking for, is something else to come out of Binance, or maybe even a new venture that doesn't have the Binance name, but maybe it's just another project that CZ, the CEO, comes out with. and that would be the sign of this great fall for Binance. And he said, and for a season, it seemed as though everything went back to the Stone Age for cryptocurrency. Now, folks, we have been through a lot since the fall of Luna, which led to Three Arrows Capital and the fall of some other exchanges all the way through FTX in November. So we've actually been waiting a long time for the cryptocurrency markets to recover in this crypto winter. So the Stone Age, when he said that, reminds me of some of the other prophecies that have come before Prophet Joel. We look at Christopher Harris, Maria Conwell, and a few others that we're going to see Bitcoin crash from certain points to zero, and a flash crash, which means that it might be at 8,000 and then flash crash to zero and then come back up to 8,000. And that's the difference as opposed to a crash to zero, where it stays at zero for maybe for days or weeks. So we're not talking about those kind of crashes. And Christopher Harris has seen specifically several different points where Bitcoin is going to flash crash to zero. Now, the second one is the one that comes from 111,000. It could be one of those situations like we see it go down steadily from 111,000 to eventually to zero, or flash crash to zero when it's down really, really low. So all of this remains to be seen. But going back to the Stone Age for cryptocurrency, folks, we've already been waiting for some time now. And for this to happen, according to him, he said soon. Now I'm going to go ahead and play the prophecy of Binance and what he said concerning this, right? So we'll get a little bit more information from what he's saying in this prophecy.
I saw a vision yesterday and today. I saw even in the cryptocurrency world, I saw Binance. I saw it crumbling down. And the nations marveled at the fall of this great empire. And the sign of the fall was that they now began to announce the birth of another that was weaker than them. It was as though now we are giving birth to a son, and this son was weaker. It's an attack. You see, now understand why the Lord told us to build our kingdom coin ecosystem. You will see it begin to happen. It's not too far from now. It's not too far from now. You see, pray and take note of the months as we begin to enter into April. The 10th to the 13th day of every month. 10th, 13th. 10, 13, 23rd. 10, 13. The major hits of these attacks that is going to be occurring among the nations are going to occur within these time frames. April 10 to the 13th. May 10, 13. There's going to be a 13-day sign, 13, 13, 13, 23rd, 13. You see, it's going to be so overhauled that in some places, political activities will cease, because a problem greater than political activities, it will rise. Something much greater. The economic war that is coming will be so fierce. You see, World War III started towards the end of 2017 to 2018. But the people did not know. It has started already. I saw it in the spirit. After the economic war, the biological war will begin. All these positions that are being taken by the nations is in preparation for the year of dominion, 2025.
So let's go ahead and break this down. He said he saw Binance crumbling down, and that the sign was that basically that Binance was going to split or like give birth to a son that was going to be weaker. And the way that I look at that is that maybe a new venture, maybe a Binance website for trading, maybe even another coin. I don't know. So I think that when it'll be obvious, because CZ, the CEO of Binance, will probably make some type of announcement. But Binance is going through a lot right now with the United States. And what they want CZ to do is to register with the SEC, and they want to know who the owners are of Binance. And so I don't know if we're going to see that happen. I don't know if CZ is going to really try to go up against this government, because the elite who control all the finances, if he does not comply or get in line with what they want, then they will bring him down. So then he said it's not too far from now. So what does that mean? Is that a month, 2 months, 3 months, 4 months? And what does that mean for your BNB coins? Then he said the 10th through the 13th of every month. He said, watch, like April 10th through the 13th, watch May 10th through the 13th, right? He said there's going to be a 13-day sign. And I know that he said in another video that there was going to be a country that's going to experience a 13-day energy blackout. And so what are we supposed to do about WIKICAT and DigiRabbit for those who did invest? Because I didn't invest in those cryptos. When you look at BNB coin, it's currently at $326.16. So if Binance falls and the BNB coin drops tremendously, that's going to have an effect on all the other coins that are on the Binance chain. All the other projects that are on the Binance chain is going to be affected. Some people might take a look at this as an opportunity to short. Now, there is one last thing that I want to bring up about this whole Binance fall. And you remember back in 2018, Binance acquired Trust Wallet. All right, so I know there's a lot of people out there that use Trust Wallet now. And so on top of the BNB coin falling, on top of Binance falling, on top of all the projects relating to the Binance coin crashing, then you have this issue, what's going to happen with Trust Wallet? Binance, back in 2020 or whenever it was, bought CoinMarketCap. So Binance also owns CoinMarketCap, and that might be part of the fall. There might be some manipulation going on there for all we know, right? So back in the Stone Age, think about it. If CoinMarketCap, for whatever reason, was to cease existing, all you have is CoinGecko, right? Which, it's okay. I prefer CoinMarketCap when looking at information, right? In the way that they have everything set up, there's nothing like CoinMarketCap right now. So, but the thing I worry about the most is Trust Wallet. And people using Trust Wallet, I don't use it, but I know people who do. What is going to happen with Trust Wallet? So these are all things to think about. If you see another entity being birthed from Binance, and if this prophecy does come to pass in the near future, as he said, not too far from now, people need to think about what they want to do if you believe in these prophecies. And I'm not saying that every prophecy that Joel has said is true. I don't know any of his past history as far as any major prophecies coming to pass. I did this video because I know people that follow me, that are on my Patreon, invested in these Binance coins and so forth. So I'm really making this video for them and for those who follow me, because I didn't invest in WIKICAT. I didn't invest in DigiRabbit. So that's one of the reasons why I'm making this. And a lot of people have put a lot of trust and faith into Prophet Joel. So all of that remains to be seen. So we look at WIKICAT, right? And it's still up 25,000% from its all-time low in December. A lot of people, and including Johnny, had shared with me that maybe Binance will fall after the next bull run. And that's very possible. So that means, people, you're going to need to be aware, if you did invest, that you're going to be fighting with all these other people who also invested before you did. There are some people that have made a lot of money and they didn't sell all of their WIKICAT, right? So they're waiting for the next run up to take place. There are people that have $50,000 from their investment sitting right now with their WIKICAT, and they're waiting for it to continue to go up, right? You're going to be fighting people like that, but is the liquidity going to be there? So when I look up WIKICAT and I look up how much liquidity is actually there, the top one that has the most liquidity, only $264,000 in liquidity. So that means that if somebody who has $50,000, right, what do you think is going to happen with liquidity? Somebody's going to have to buy it. If there's no buyers, it's going to reduce the amount of liquidity. So there isn't millions and millions of dollars sitting in liquidity for everybody to pull out. So I want people to be aware of that. And, you don't have to invest in every single coin that has a prophecy attached to it. Some people in some countries, because of the restrictions, can't invest in every single coin. And so the message that I feel like that God wants me to put out is that you don't have to invest in every single coin. Every coin that I bring to you guys that I find, you don't have to invest in it. Right? Even if there is a prophecy attached to it, because there are so many coins that eventually whatever coins you hold on to is going to bring you into the wealth transfer. He said not too far from here, so we'll be looking for that, looking for the signs. Digimon Rabbit it looks like here that it has $364,000 in liquidity. Right? So these are things to think about. If you've made $1 million, but the liquidity is only $364,000, you're not going to be able to get all your money out. Just something else to think about. Any coin that is on a swap, right? You're going to have a lot more difficult time fighting with other people to get money out, right? Unless some of these coins start getting on exchanges where you can transfer some of your coins to these exchanges so that you could try to cash out. But I just want people to be aware some of the battles that they're going to face with this. We're going to try to line these events up, folks. I'm going to do the best that I can, and I know others will do the best that they can, but I just want people to be aware that we may not always get it right, and we have to be careful because, folks, I see it all the time. There are people in these wealth transfer groups that are trying to deceive you with false dreams and visions. And that's why on this channel, and I've tried for the last several years to try to decipher, try to break down and compare and try to bring you the best information that we have. And just because there's a prophecy doesn't necessarily mean it's going to happen right away. There are some prophecies on some coins that we see that, it's going to be at 500 or 1,000 or even 10,000. And yet it hasn't even reached $1 yet. So that tells me that even though people have prophecies, that means a lot of these prophecies are long-term, and we need to get that ingrained in our system, that not every prophecy is immediate or within the next few months or within the next year or two. I think some of these prophecies now that we have discussed in the past are for down the road, maybe 2024 and 2025. But all that, folks, remains to be seen. And we'll try to get there step by step, day by day, prophecy by prophecy, and through what God is sharing with us as individuals. So I thank you guys for listening. God bless. TC out.